Chances are, cancer has affected your life or the life of a loved one. For decades, doctors and scientists have toiled away with their sights set on one thing: finding a cure for this ubiquitous scourge once and for all. In recent days, advancements in the field of immunotherapy have produced some of the most encouraging results, reinvigorating patients with new hope and optimism.
In general, everyone's immune systems are the same. We have lymphocytes that run around and protect us by killing things. They could be bacteria, they could be virus, they could be cancer. When the cancer forms, it's usually some change in a growth pathway. The cell grows much faster. But many times, what's on the cell surface still hasn't changed. So it looks to the immune system just like a normal cell.
The mainstay of cancer treatments to date have been surgery, you cut it out, chemo, you poison it, radiation, you zap it. Immunotherapy, the great promise of it is that we could and we can finally unleash the immune system against cancer.
Immuno-oncology is exciting. So now with the unveiling of certain sort of tumors that have been able to hide within your system, your own body takes care of it. People living 5 years, 10 years down the line, and not ever having to take caustic chemo, radiation. I've been in cancer research and development for the last 21 years. During that time, when my father was diagnosed with gastric cancer, I turned to investigational products, clinical trials, and revolutionary innovative therapy helped him live for 19 months longer than he should have without that added toxicity.
My day job is that I do robotic liver surgery here at the City of Hope. My lab job is to try to design viruses that kill human cancer. We've known for over 100 years that viruses can kill cancer. Couldn't exploit that because back 100 years ago, we just didn't understand viruses well enough. We were just vaccinating human beings against infectious diseases. Some of these individuals actually had cancer on board, and we saw shrinkage of cancer. This whole field is called oncolytic viral therapy. In the 1970s to the 1990s, many viruses were tested against these cancers. Measles, West Nile virus, many of the viruses that you know a lot about. It was just too dangerous. We were too afraid of hurting people, so we made them very, very attenuated. And most of the viruses that were produced were just not good enough for killing cancer. And now we know. The next generation's just starting.
Today, Imugene Limited is revolutionizing the way we treat cancer. From innovative clinical stage research to the implementation of vaccines and its City of Hope oncolytic virus, Imugene Limited is aiming to set new goals for longer overall survival and better quality of life.
The general rule of thumb for any cancer therapies that come on market from bench to bedside is roughly about 15 years. However, as recent as 5 years ago, we have seen this completely change. So I think the companies are hearing now that we need to move through this. We need to be courageous and we need to develop drug faster.
So as I think about the field, our information and knowledge in this field has been growing so fast. The promise of immunotherapy has been around for over 100 years. Now I think we're starting to realize it. It really is coming together of many different scientific fields. It is virology, it is immunology, it is cancer biology, and it's all coming together with genetic engineering to allow us to go move things forward towards humans as human therapies. That's why this is so exciting to us and my team. This is what we come to work for.
It felt a duty to me that being a cancer researcher, I need to do better, not only for my family, but everyone that's affected by this horrible disease. We're looking at immunotherapy in a different perspective and coming at it from a different angle. Science drives us, and that's the ability of a small biotech company to challenge and look at the paradigm and say, can we do something different here?
My job as an entrepreneur is to scout for interesting areas that are promising. The focus for us now is to get the virus into a clinical study as fast as we can. Personally, can you imagine if we actually got a drug that worked? As a cancer patient, that's transformational. I can't think of any better goal or inducement, and that's what we're about.
What we've seen in the clinic and what we hope to see in the clinic with the oncolytic virus is that you have a beautiful level of safety where patients have no cancer growth, and yet they don't have the side effects that previous medicines have had. So this is the hope, this is the dream of immunotherapy, and this is certainly the dream of Imugene.
Imugene Limited, bringing effective new treatments and options to patients that need them. To learn more, visit imugene.com.